Alright guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork, and this is going to be an unboxing of the brand new Team Orion R10.1 Pro speed control. This is the newest model that's available from Team Orion that has some added features, benefits, and it's just the coolest speed control on the market right now. Now I intend to use this in my new Team Associated B5M two-wheel drive buggy and mid-motor configuration. Can't wait to see how this thing will stack up against the previous model that I ran in my B44.2 four-wheel drive buggy. Now I do plan to run this in mod and want to just see the differences that I see and also show you guys what you get inside the box here from Team Orion. Now, of course, you have guys out there, right, like Ryan Cavalieri, even Ryan Mayfield running this speed control from Team Orion. That technology and all of their influence has kind of filtered down to even a guy like me here at the RCNetwork that's going to run it in my buggy. So pretty cool that I'm having the same speed control that those guys are using right here for me, the novice racer, to use in my buggy. So we're going to go over what comes in the box. We're also going to go over some of the differences that I see between this one and the R10 Pro that I had in a previous build. So let's get on with this thing. The Team Orion actually announced this thing earlier this year at the Nuremberg Toy Show, and they definitely highlighted all the different features, and I was really intrigued to see what really changed. Usually when you see a 0.1 version, not a whole lot's changed, but I have to say they've changed quite a bit on this thing to make it great for anywhere from a stock racer. They gave a lot of new features for stock racers up to the mod class for guys like me and even Cavalieri. So that's pretty cool. So once again, it's a 10-skill speed control. It's a brushless speed control. And I mean, it has some pretty cool features here. Of course, you have the R10.1 Pro badging, new PCB for lower inner resistance. That basically means that it's going to run a lot smoother, it's going to run cooler, and it's just going to run better. So it has a new firmware update that's on this particular speed control that's directly from the pros. It has more stock racing punch. It has a few other added items for stock racers, I believe, too. New heat sink design and a new cooling fan. And as small as it sounds, the cooling fan is what actually intrigued me the most on this speed control. From what I hear, it's a carbon look fan, and I can't wait to kind of get my hands on it here. Haven't actually opened this thing up yet, so you and I are going to be able to see this thing together. So on the flip side over here, of course, multiple national champions. I can't say much about how much research and development goes into one little box here to give us a speed control. So pretty cool. On the other side right here, we're going to look at some of the specs of the R10.1. I'm going to try and hold this thing steady here. 170 amps, so 820 amp peak. I mean, that's huge. Internal resistance, that's a lot of zeros before that 1.8. I don't even know what that is. Sensorless 2 or 4 pole motors is the type. Function, you can read all that stuff. Motor type, no limit. That's pretty cool. I always kind of get questions about, what motor can I run with this speed control? Well, you can run anything with this R10.1. Battery type, of course, 7.4 2S LiPo is what I'm going to run. Internal BEC 6 volts, so it's going to handle some of those high voltage servos out there. And you can read the size and weight, and of course the part number. There's going to be a link in the video description so you can check that out on your own. Backside here, just some of the specs here and also the model number. Once again, link in the video description. There we go. Let's unbox this thing. I've said it once and I'm going to say it again. Whoever designs the boxes for Team Orion, you get the award here. These things are just beautiful, very Apple-esque. It really seems that Team Orion takes some pretty good pride in their product, by giving it a good box. So I'm going to try and mush this open here. This thing is really vacuum sealed. So you have the Ghost Team Orion badging on all the corners here. So very nice. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the vacuum seal here. And this thing's really stuck. There we go. We're almost done. There we go. So right now you got a kind of a foam pad, which is pretty cool. I can probably use this for other things. Right here, right off, you got a thank you note from Team Orion saying thank you for choosing a Team Orion product. That's nice. You usually don't get that these days. Nice owner's manual. This thing is thick too. I mean, this is like 5 millimeters worth of information here. So that's going to go straight in the pit bag if I have to refer to it in the future. Lots of different languages in there as well. And there you go. There's all of the speed control in all of its glory. So let me go ahead and pull out some of the boring stuff. I'm going to try and keep you guys in focus as I do that as well. When they announced this thing, I definitely wanted to pick this thing up, and I kind of waited for a while to, see, who was running it, and, anything if it was really worth getting the new updated version. And I've got to say, I'm really glad I did. This thing is pretty cool, just lifting it out of the box here. So really quick, some boring stuff. It looks like you have an adapter right here for your programming card, I believe. I think that goes in there. I can't remember right off the top of my head here without looking at the owner's manual, but you have a little adapter right there. 2 zip ties. Nice that they think of these things. I mean, there's nothing more frustrating that late at night you're soldering, you're getting everything installed, and you run out of zip ties. So they thought about that for us. Right here, you get a little baggie full of goodies. You get some color-coded shrink wrap. You get 2 sections of double-sided tape, some 3M tape it looks like. One for the speed control, one for the switch, so that's pretty cool. And there's that fan. God, I was kind of waiting to check this thing out, how they got the carbon look on the fan here. So, but there it is. Look at that thing. Pretty cool. I mean, that they went down to that kind of design and detail to give us a carbon fan. So pretty cool. Official Team Orion. Nice. All right, let's take a look at this speed control. I've been doing some research on not only some of the differences, but what makes this so cool. Very small footprint. I mean, I can't tell you how small this thing is. Probably 5/8 of an inch tall. That cool heat sink design, kind of like a ziggurat building. They kind of really chamfer the edges. Has a blacked out stealth look to it. Has the holes right there for mounting the fan. You have other holes on the side here just for dissipation of heat. A really cool design. So fan's going to look great on there. If you choose not to run the fan, that's why they kind of redesigned the heat sink to just allow more heat to dissipate just naturally. So really quick look at all of the ports. You have your fan port. You have an LED light right there. You have a sensor port with a little blocker on there, or like a plug for it, so no dirt and stuff gets inside. Other cool thing on the other side, you have another sensor port. So really cool thing that Team Orion does, they give you some options for your wire routing. You have your little capacitors right there. This is so you can move this away from the heat of your speed control. These are typically the first things to burn out because of the heat. You have some great silicone wire here, 12 gauge wire, about 9 inches worth of wire here. And the cool thing is they pre-tint all the wires, but of course I'm going to cut mine to length, and they give you this cool little red little icon here. This is a positive battery indicator. This is removable, so you can move it down the line if you choose to trim your wires, but really great little double check if you are plugging your battery in. There's nothing worse than doing that, oh crap, which way did I plug my wire in, because they are all black wires. So in some of the research I've done, it's pretty cool, and the reasoning for all of the blackness of this speed control is some of the pros wanted it just stealth. They wanted it, to not only function great, which it does, but just look stealth and look hidden. So that's why you have all the black wires. You have the blacked out speed control, even the blacked out wires here going up to the receiver and the switch, blacked out the switch as well. So everything's really stealth on this thing. You have the badging right there, R10.1 Pro, and of course all of the black sides and the carbon look on the bottom. So pretty cool. I can't wait to get this thing installed, guys. It's just a work of art, in my hands here, and I can't wait to feel the difference between this and the R10 Pro. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions about this speed control, please post it on down below in the comments and questions section. I definitely respond to those quite quickly and will get back to you. And if I don't know the answer, I will find out for you. So that's it, guys. Comments, questions on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.